Welcome back, chooms. Today we have some surprising news because just this morning we have learned about a new upcoming project with CDPR and Netflix, so let's talk about it more. During Netflix Geeked Week, all of a sudden there was a short teaser where hacking animation started and glitches appeared which revealed a return to Night City. And look, right now I know everyone is excited and anxious to see what it is, but we don't know exactly what the story is going to be about, as well as the release date of said project, being that more information will be revealed soon according to, some people and some devs who were actually retweeting what, CDPR has been talking on Twitter. But, judging from some of the responses from, as I said, CDPR devs and writers, it seems something really cool is on the way. This is from Netflix Animation, so it's safe to assume it will be that, but we don't know in what style and format. Of course, if it's going to be a series, if it's going to be a film, especially because we don't know if they're gonna be going for the anime route again or maybe a different art style, which wouldn't surprise me being that it's good to venture out in different stuff and different, styles, so it's not a straight up copy of Trigger Animation and Edge Runners. There was also a discussion if this is connected to that. I mean, look, I doubt it. As I said long time ago, David's story is done. Now it's time for something else. Even though I really enjoy the story of Edge Runners and its characters, sometimes it's best to move on and not milk that cow again and again. Although, I will admit, Edge Runner's characters do have some amazing backstories. That's actually a video I'm working on, some great lore I want to talk about. So a spin-off to some prequels would be nice, but again, being that CDPR doesn't want their cinematic universe, or at least not in this way, it's better to do a new one because from the lore and just world building standpoint, there is so much you can say from Cyberpunk universe. It's also not surprising that they're releasing this now as more time has passed since the expansion, so as the dust settles, it's good to reinforce the brand, which can drive more people back to the game. Like it was the case with Edge Runners, where we saw one of the bigger spikes in player activity since release, only getting topped by the release of 2.0 and Phantom Liberty. So if this turns out good, it will have a huge potential to mimic that same cross-promotion, and we also have a live-action project which is in development, we know nothing about it. That one will be especially exciting to see, because a good live-action film, which is based on the game, or well, RPG like Cyberpunk, has so much potential, not just in the fandom, but outside in the mainstream media space. I mean, Edge Runners did that to a point where, for example, some of my friends started playing Cyberpunk 2077 after watching the anime because they didn't know much about it. It's also nice to see that Artel Sorian is involved in this in some way, and I saw that Bartosz Stribor, who is one of the writers of amazing Witcher and Cyberpunk comics and of course Edge Runners, is also in it, so that's amazing. So look, I'm really not worried about the story, being that these are the veterans of the franchise and absolutely know every inch of the lore. It's actually wild how much studios are going into either live action or animation adaptations of their video games, but that's to be expected, being that, well, good cross promotion is going to give you, well, results back in your games. Some are more successful, some less. I mean, there are some which are complete nonsense, especially the new Borderlands film. That was really just out of place and really should have been done and adapted in a different way, which have been amazing. But I mean, if the project comes from the people who know the subject that they're writing about, and we are seeing, more cases of it, I think CDPR is very smart about this, especially how, for the lack of a better word, control how IP is used and how ultimately they benefit from good projects across the board. They're very careful not to come out with a project which is going to potentially damage them. I do expect more of these in the future. I mean, we have a new Witcher animated project which is voiced by Doug Cockle, the original Geralt, voice actor, so I will be watching that as well and write my review, being it's great to see Doug voice Geralt once again after all of this time. And that's pretty much much all we know about this project so far. I will have a new video as soon as more information is out, so stay tuned for that, as well as tell me down below what do you think about this and what story would you speculate they're going to do. Also join our community on Twitter and Discord, and huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters. And as always, stay classy chooms. I will see you very soon with Space Marine 2 review I have been working on for the past week. Bye.